In this video, I want to show you some of the ways to use the Donate Plus plugin that we're working with here. This was the settings page we were looking at, and in this particular case, I'm going to disable the recognition wall. The recognition wall is the list of everyone who's donating. I'm going to take that off right now, and then down below here, what was the other one? I'm going to disable the thank you email. We're not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to save my changes. And I have said here that I'm going to put this on my evaluation services page. You can choose here whether to put it on the sidebar or on any of the pages that exist on your site. Right now, I'm going to put it on a page. Okay, and I have to use this right here, this short code. And that's what I'm going to put on the page. So I go over here to my pages, and I'm going to go to the evaluation services page. So we'll just assume that I would have something here that's got wording about making a donation. Plug that in right there like that, and I update. Okay, and this is going to put the form on my page here. Now remember, we set up a default amount, and it's really kind of like a suggested amount that goes in here. I can change that though. I can put in anything I want. I can put in $30 if I want, for instance. It tells me the currency is US dollars. And again, I like having the button that has credit cards on it so we know. So let's click through and just see what happens. So here's that product description line or donation description line that we had in the settings. That's the one that appears here. So it tells us what it's for. It's put in my amount of $30. So that's good. We know that's working. So let's go back now. Let's go back to our settings under Donate Plus. And then what we're going to do is we're going to enable the recognition wall. And watch what happens now. If I save my changes and I go back to here, watch what happens. I now have this checkbox here. So if I click on this, watch what happens. It now gives me the opportunity to put my name, my email address, my website, and any comments. But most importantly, it allows us to choose what is going to appear on the wall. So this is a very powerful tool, and it's a great user-friendly tool as well, because a lot of people may be nervous about putting certain information on the wall. So in this case, the default is the donation amount, the user details, and my comments. And user details being name, email, and so forth. But maybe I only want my user details and comments only. So I can choose that as well. Okay, so it doesn't specify how much I gave. Now, what does that look like? Well, if you go back to the plugin directory, Donate Plus here, and go to Screenshots, we can see this is all about the settings. We don't need that. But here's what the donor recognition wall looks like. So there's my comments, the link. Now this link only goes, by the way, to the website, not to the email. And that's one thing they don't mention is the email doesn't actually get put on there. It's a link to a website if you've entered that. If you don't, then there's no link. And here it's giving the amount because this person has allowed the amount to be displayed. And of course, their comment. All right. Now, one of the other things you can do, and you can see it right here, is you can also put a total in there. Now, it doesn't automatically show. You have to tell it that you want the donation amounts, the totals that have been given to date. You have to do that with a short code. Okay, so I grab this short code, copy that, and I go back to my page here. So I have to kind of assemble this. It's not automatically in the form. So if I put this right after it, donate total, and I update, now it would give me, there we go. It doesn't actually give information here. I'd have to put it in. Let's do that right now. I'll just say total to date. And if I update that, let me just shut this down so that we're not showing that. Now it says total to date. So I can choose exactly how to say it, but the point is the short code gives me the amount there. Okay, so that's using it as a page. What if I want to put this in the sidebar? Very straightforward. You just go over to widgets here. So now we've got our various widgets we can use. So first of all, the basic one is the form. And we'll just leave that saying donate. Now watch what happens on the sidebar here. I have to go to my home page to show the sidebar. So there's the plugin as it appears on the sidebar. Now, one of the disadvantages with this is it doesn't do what it did on the page. Watch this. When I click this, it makes no difference. Of course, it's going to determine whether my donation goes on the wall or not. But notice all this is visible even before I click on this. And I don't like that so much from a user friendliness standpoint because it looks like I have to fill this out when in fact I don't. It's only if I'm wanting my donation on the wall. We go back to the other page here. I like it better when it does this. That makes more sense to me. So it's unfortunate that it doesn't do that on the sidebar as well. But anyway, that now shows in the sidebar over here. And again, I could drag over my total and then the wall. Now the wall, you could have it on the sidebar, or you use, if we go back to our settings here, you would simply take this shortcode here and you'd put it on a page and create a special page to show your donors. Now, again, if you don't want donors to be showing, this is a perfectly straightforward plugin to use just as a donation plugin. But I think this ability to show the donors can be very useful in many instances where you want to recognize the people who've made a contribution to your website. So that's a bit about how to implement the Donate Plus plugin.